Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make our little centerpiece basket out of with the same shape as our coasters we made. So for that you're going to need 12-inch squares. One red, one green, two white. Now I've already actually done which one did I do? I did the red one. So we're going to just do the green one here. So I just did this already. And I obviously have two of these because that's what came out of it. But I'm only going to make one basket. So I will have an extra one. But also, I kind of like having extra pieces because then I can put it together and make a scrappy kind of Christmas quilt, which will be beautiful. So we're going to line these up. Now, you can iron it if you want. If you're an ironer. I don't iron. I mean, if it was something really important, I'd probably iron it. If it was a gift or something, but it's not. So we're just going to line this up the quarter inch mark on our corners. And we're going to draw a line all the way down, flip it around, do the same thing. Oh, excuse me. All right, now we're going to sew these down, and of course I'll take you with me for that. I may have to reline up my camera over there. Well, if I can figure out how to get it over there. There we go. Let's see if that's... There we go. Maybe. We'll see. All right. We're just going to... I don't have my starter on there, but that's okay. It's a little off there too. I can see my lines a little off, but no big deal. I could even take all my little extra pieces and make a table runner or piece them together and make some sort of tablecloth maybe. Of course, now I have time. I have a whole year to plan out some of that stuff. On here now. Ooh. Head back over here, cut them apart and iron them. I'm gonna have to quilt these other blocks soon because I've got all my pins caught up in them. This is a little off on it. There it goes. Now we'll iron these open, and we do need both of these for the next step also. Let's lay that up there. I mean, I guess I could just buy more pins, but I don't want to. Alright, we've got them ironed open pretty well. Flip them opposites, just like we did last night. We're gonna, if we open it up, it's gonna be an hourglass block, which is exactly what we want. We're gonna pin it together here. And on this side, make sure you get your seam in there. You'll feel when it lines up. Now we'll move this and we'll draw our lines again. Let's redo that. That doesn't, I don't like it. It's not even. I mean, we're going to trim it down anyway, but if we do it, we want it to be as big as possible, that we can get as big a square as possible. So I actually haven't made one yet. You're with me. We're guinea pigs together on this. That way, if I make mistakes, I like to show my mistakes. So I'm assuming if I've made the mistake, I've got to believe there's at least one other person out there that's made the same mistake. So if I can show my mistakes and help somebody, then I've done a good job, I think. So let's go sew this up. Well, as soon as I can find my little mouse there. Got a little off my line there, I saw it. But I promise it'll be fine. Again, if you come for perfection, this probably isn't the channel for you. I'm going to go ahead and take my pins out here now so I don't poke myself. I'm going to cut this off so it's ready to go for the next one, or for when I end it here. Alright, let's head back over. We're gonna cut it open. We're only using one, so I might need a new rotary blade. That's the third time that's done that to me today. All right. We only need one. Lay the other one to the side and iron it open. Now, I think we can do an 11-inch square if I've done my calculations correctly. Let me go get my bigger block. So to do 11, let's see. Can we do 11? It'll be close. Let's do 10.5, just to be safe. So you're going to line up your 5 1/4 inch dot here, because that's half of 10.5. And then you're going to cut off, you're going to line up the dot there and your diagonal line right there. And then we're going to cut all this extra off. Spin it around. Now we're still going to line up our 5 1/4. And now it's also going to line up the 10.5 right down here. Let me move this up. Right down here then, if you line up the 5 1/4, the diagonal line, the 10.5 should line right up, and then your 10.5 straight lines will line right up. And we are going to cut that off. All right, let's move those to our scrap bin and do it one more time. Oh, I didn't cut batting for this yet. Silly me. That's all right, we'll do it together. So, again, your 5 1/4 dot, 5 1/4 dot, and your diagonal line there and all the way down. Move that back. I don't want to burn myself. Trim those right off. Spin it around. Now you're going to same thing, 5 1/4 dot, diagonal line, and then your 10. Oh, you can't see it. I'm still a little low. Your 10 1/2 right there, and your 2 straight lines will line up perfectly. And trim those off. Right, move those. Let's grab some batting. I don't know if this is big enough. I'm trying to use up old scraps. Let's see if we have it. First of all, let's go. Oh yeah, we have it. 10 1/2 straight across down here. Right, yep. Let's move it on over. We can use up all this stuff. Cut through there. And we're only cutting over right about to the 10 1/2 because I don't want to waste. I like to get what I can get. So then we're going to spin this around so I can just get that top one. And I'm just lining the 10 1/2 down here and down here in the corner, and then I just have to slice it over. And there you have it. Excuse me. Alright, so we have that. Now, let's not do what I did yesterday. Let's do this correctly. We're going to lay that down, and then this down. And then we're going to lay it like this. I do want it opposite. We are going to, see now, doing it this way, my seams are going to be, no, there we go. If you spin it around, there will be corners where your seams will match. So you're just going to pin it there. Grab some of these pins. Then we'll go over here. We'll just work our way around the corners. This one is, I did a terrible job on that. Look at that. But it will be okay. Maybe I didn't cut it right. Let's do this one. Ah, see, I knew there was one where it wouldn't work. But it's okay. We're just going to do it anyway. And you know what? If it doesn't match up and anybody points out your mistakes, well, tell them to do better. Tell them to be a better person. Because they're not doing it right. This one's not going to match up at all. And honestly, I'm okay with that. It really won't bother me. Not at all. Now we are going to pin right here because this is where I'm going to stop. That's where my opening's going to be. Now I could quilt this, and perhaps I will. It won't match up though, so we'll see. We're going to do this part and then we'll go from there. I am going to change my thread here though. Let me bring you over here with me. I have just a little bit left on this and I wanted to use it up, but that's not going to happen. See, look at that. I just wanted to use that little bit up. Where are you at? But it'll be fine. We're just going to switch it to the white. Brand new white. I wasted a good bit of that, but you know, whatever. Alright, so now we're just going to do exactly like we did, or yeah, on the other one. We're just going to start down here. I am going to do about a 1/2 inch, and we're going to backstitch a couple, and go right down through, lining it up with the edge of my foot here, or the inside edge of my foot. We'll spin that thing around. Two more side, well, a side and a half, we'll say. Got a little wonky on me, but again, ask me if it's gonna bother me. Oh, I went too far. All right, back over here. We're gonna cut our corners off. To go around. I did go a little too far on the stitches. Not a big deal. These will go in my scraps because we don't waste anything. And I did it right, you guys. Good job, me. Now we just have to fold it in. Where are you? There's probably my only good corner. Oh no. That one looks pretty good too. That one, not my best. Oh, well, they don't look too bad, in all honesty. Get my pressing mat. Excuse me. Let's press these. So my corners, they're okay. I guess the goal is to have them pointy, but honestly, what does it matter? So if I didn't make it with 2 pinwheels, I would have just quilted the top and then added it to the bottom. However, that's not what I wanted. So honestly, I don't know if I want to quilt it or not. I could quilt it, but I'm going to fold it up here. So it's really not going to be able to move anyway. So I don't think I'm going to quilt it, but we are going to go top stitch it all the way around. Just this little top stitch. I do have a walking foot on my other machine, and it does great things, but it's not the one my camera is set up with, so we're gonna do this. I went off. I did it again. not bad enough that I'm going to redo it. Well, maybe. That's pretty rough. Okay, so here's what I did. I went off of it a little bit down here. I am going to just go right back around to there, and that's where I'm going to stop. I'll try to stay in the same stitches, but if I don't, I don't. And I'm probably not, because, you know, whatever. Well, I didn't do too bad there. This one, however... So, you'll see them there doubled. But is it hurting anybody that I did it twice? Because I need you to not be hard on yourselves. People make mistakes. People are not perfect. So, we just do what we do. Now, let's put a... Now, actually... I like that right there. A centerpiece. Really? Now I don't know if I want to make it a basket, because I could just put that right in the middle, and then the coasters would be around the side. Now I'm torn. Okay, but to make it a basket, we would fold these up. Let's get my ruler. We would go about 1.5 inches, let's say. So we'd do it right about here, and then right about here, and we would fold these together right there, and we would sew straight down. Well, we're going to make this the back side, so really we draw a line down through here. And then we would fold this together and sew right up there. And then this is going to form our little basket. So we'll just do it since that's what the plan was. So we're going to do another 1.5 inches. But I do like this just flat, and perhaps I'll make one. About 1.5 inches. And then one more. Oop. Okay, I'm trying to do that lightly because I really don't, I've never drawn on one that was not, that was going to be seen, that wasn't covered up. So I really don't know how that's going to work. So I'm not even going to pin this. I'm just going to go over and I'm going to fold them up as we go and run a stitch down them. So let's head over here. And you should have it lined up, like this should go flat, even like it does there. So we're just going to Ooh, it's a little thick. So just go slow. Or, you know, a little fast. Okay, we're going to cut them off as we go. Oh, see, it did get bunched up under there, but I can pick that out. We'll just do it later. So then we'll move on. We're just going to line up our dots there. And it'll line this up straight and even. So it bunched up on the first one because I went too fast. I should have went slower. And now we will. Now we've learned that, so. See, now it's beautiful there. I am going to have to try to get that pin off. I really don't know how that's going to go, so we'll see, but. So to make it deeper, you would just make your, you would just go in further. Instead of 1.5 inches, you could do 2 inches or, you know, whatever you want really. I just wanted it kind of shallow because I kind of wanted it flat anyway. But since, you know, the video's for a basket, I thought I better make the basket. But I have extras, so I can even make, you guys, I can even make a flat one and do it with the opposite side up and then put the basket on top of it. All right, one more. Again, we just line up our little dots there, our lines. And it should go flat, which it does. Backstitch a couple. Oh. And there you have it. Let's go over and see what we've got. All right. So let's get all these threads out because I was just laying them over here next to me real quick. So I can go like this then. I'll get the ink off and I'll press it a little to give it some shape. I will go back and get those threads off. I'm not really worried about them. And the ink has come off. I just don't know. They tell me if it gets cold, it comes back. But again, I've never experienced that, so. All right. So there it is. Mine is a shallow one. Now you could flip it over and you could have those going in if you wanted. Like if I couldn't get those threads off and I wanted to hide it maybe, flip it over and just use it like that. It's cute, but I do like it like this. So there it is. I'll put my seasonings or, you know, a little centerpiece in there and it'll be beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you make it and love it, and I will see you all in the next one.